In the currencies, the British pound enjoyed a quiet day, but not a quiet week. Second consecutive week lower, and these have not been mild moves at all. The British pound versus the US dollar, and the futures price subsequently, is right at about 129.57 at the close of the week. That's pretty weak historically. We did have a decent run going on the British pound as Brexit seemed positive as the deal was approached, but now the Brexit mess continues to weaken the pound over time. The head of the EU Council, Donald Tusk, got really nasty on Twitter this week, saying there was a special place in hell for those Brexiteers who decided to push Brexit but had not a stitch of an idea of how it would go or how they would actually exit the EU. That was taken very harshly by members of Parliament. The rhetoric got a lot more nasty than it had in the past, with certain Brexiteers in Parliament actually asking how the government could respond to such an insult. Spokespeople for Prime Minister Theresa May said that they wondered if Mr. Tusk considered those comments helpful to the dialogue. And now it looks like Theresa May is not going to get any help from the EU as they await a deadline extension, and hardline Brexiters start to talk behind the scenes about an economic recovery plan if a hard Brexit actually happens. And this is all preceding a very heavy data week for the UK. There's data approaching in the UK, including CPI, industrial production, factory orders, and UK GDP, which the Bank of England actually pushed their estimates lower down to 1.2%. At least it's still positive. But that week is coming up, very heavy data week, and that ends on what again was a very mild down day for the pound, only down about 17 basis points in toward the close. But the week itself, second consecutive week lower for the pound, coming into all this data and much more nasty rhetoric on the Brexit negotiations, which are due to expire March 29th.